welcome to episode 33 of TemTalk, your weekly podcast dedicated to the creature collection MMO Temtem. I'm Vonlin and always joined by Presby, Kennedy, and Gaijin Boo, but we have a very, very special, exciting TemTalk today because we are joined by QAngel from Crema themselves. Hello, QAngel. How are you? And welcome to the show. We're so excited to have you here today.
Hello. Yeah, I'm quite excited too. I'm a little bit nervous because I don't usually speak in English, but yeah, I think I'm going to get used to it through the podcast.
Oh, you're doing great. You sound great already, so don't worry about it. Don't be nervous. We're just hanging out and a couple of gamers chatting and hanging out today. All right.
We've been chatting for a little bit before this, and I just want to say we're so excited. We've already told you, QAngel, but just to tell everybody listening to the podcast, so excited to have you on. This is awesome. We're gonna get through some cool questions today, and I don't know, talk about Tim.
Yeah, I didn't think we'd ever get to a point where somebody from Crema would actually be here. So it's super cool.
Yeah.
And so those of you, we've got quite a few people watching live. So for those of you watching live, we have some prepared questions that we're going to be going through with QAngel. But at some points or various points, we will take questions from chat as well as QAngel wants to. I don't know at what point exactly, but we definitely will take questions live as well. But we got a lot of pre-submitted questions to do as well. So, and we have a few other people from Crema hanging out in chat as well. I think I saw Suki and Yaw at the very least. I don't know if anyone else is there, but there's some other devs in chat. So if you're in chat, you might be able to ask them any questions there. And I don't know what they will or won't respond to, but they're available there in chat as well. So. But listen, let's not waste any time with the small talk today. We want as much time as possible with QAngel, so we're gonna jump right into it, everyone.
Oh no, you forgot about TM Trainer too. Jeez.
No. I'm not sure who's. Yeah, chat is too busy for me to keep up with, so I can't even see who's all there.
I'll keep an eye on chat.
Oh yeah, classic boomer.
Yeah, that's not my strong suit. But no, QAngel. I mean, a good starting point right off the bat. We've joked about. So for people that don't know, we've been doing TemTalk this is our 33rd episode. You've posted a lot of comments correcting us on YouTube of things that we've misspoken or we don't understand and clarified, including misunderstanding what your job is. So right off the bat, do you just want to talk about what your job is, what your team is, what you guys do at Crema?
Okay, so basically the QA team, we are in charge of finding bugs. While we develop new features and also find bugs that are active in the game that everyone is playing. That's basically it. Also, we give help to the support team in case that someone grades to them with anything that is happening on their games. So yeah, basically is that we find bugs.
Yeah, and just to be clear, I think I know this, but just to make it clear for all the listeners, so your team's not creating any of the new content, you're just testing it and finding bugs and fixing them and all of that. So as we go through some of the questions that people wrote in, they were asking about some content creation, which isn't necessarily up your alley, but you obviously work with the people that do all of that. So,
QAngel. So let's just say an example of a bug. Hadati doesn't have resin trap. Where would I report that? Wouldn't that be on YouTube fix?
Yeah, that would go to the forum. Then I will read that back. I will report it to the rest of the team so they can understand what is happening and they can fix it to work it so everything is working properly.
So I've said this many times before. You said go to the forum. So to clarify, not Reddit. You don't want them to tweet at you. The forums is the best place to submit bugs to actually be most likely be seen by you.
Yeah, even though the forum is the best option to report a bug, I always start the day going to the forum. I will look through the bugs. Then I go to Reddit. See if anyone doesn't understand that you have to go to the forums and they report. Then I go to Twitch. I watched the last clips made in the last 24 hours.
Oh wow!
Looking for words like bug, glitch, error or something like that, then I go to the competitive matches that I see in the clips, because normally there's something that people don't think it's a bug, like the mighty knocks back that
Yeah.
everybody thinks now. I found it because I watched a clip of someone playing competitive and I saw that was weird, and then I told the rest of the team.
So-
And when I finish that, I go to the official Discord and I look for the word bug. So everything that contains the word bug and it has been mentioned in the last 24 hours, I will take a look. I will read through all the mentions to the bug, and then I look for my name in case of someone found the bug and they didn't tell exactly. They didn't say exactly the word bug. For example, someone told them that QAngel will take care of that in the future, but there was no mention of the word bug itself.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my first half an hour of the day.
Really? So that's fascinating.
Damn.
See, I thought I knew what the answer of that what your team was, but we actually learned a lot I didn't know already. So that's fascinating. I love that you watch Twitch clips on a daily basis to see like footage of what's going on in the game. That's fascinating to find out. That's really cool.
To clarify, Von Len, he doesn't come to watch your clips looking for feet.
He said
He's not looking for footage
he
of
specifically
your feet.
he specifically mentioned competitive battles, so there wouldn't be a lot to see on my end.
No. He just happened to come across a competitive battle where he saw raid boss Noxolotl and was like, "Nah, that's not right."
That's really cool. So you really check a lot of places. It's not, you go way past just the forums on a daily basis.
So anybody, please try not to use the word bug in Discord unless you're referring to a bug.
I feel like this is dangerous information to get out.
Poor QAngel has to read so many things, I'm sure.
I'm worried that
that's really cool though, like learning about the workflow.
Yeah, and now that I have more people in the team, I can dedicate more time to this kind of tasks, because at the start of the project, when I started, I was working alone as a QA for almost a year, almost. Then Suni started in February of this year. Then we got another guy midsummer, and and 3 interns started like 2 weeks ago. So now we are six QAs.
Oh, that's really cool. We always have been speculating about how big your team is and how much they've been growing. So it sounds like you guys have been growing a lot lately. A lot of growth has happened.
Yeah. Yeah.
Are you allowed to? I don't know. You might not know, and I don't know if you're allowed to say. But how big is the studio? Do you know how big the entire team is these days? Are you allowed to say? Do you know? Do you even know? If you had to guess, like, are we talking 50 people, 30 people?
I think we are like almost 30, maybe. Working in the office, not we don't work everyone doesn't work in the office.
Sure.
We have like people abroad.
Yeah.
But in the office we are like 20, 25, something like that.
Could you guess how many people offsite are working? Like, how many people are not at the office working then?
I know 3 for sure.
Okay, so not a huge number. It's not like another 20 people working remotely.
No, like 5 people.
Okay.
At most.
Next up, Valen's going to ask what's their addresses and where do they
live. No.
Let's jump into the next section of questions.
Yeah. So for those, Kennedy's only gonna be able to be with us for a little bit today. So Kennedy, why don't you go ahead with your first question?
Okay. We're gonna tackle 3 of my questions, and then I'll pass the floor over. So QAngel, one of the cool things, we can look in game and see, look up the profiles of all the different devs and the Crema team. And it's kind of nice to know that we have like a team of people working on this game that actually enjoy the game. And I wanted to ask you, what is your favorite aspect of Temtem if you ever, find yourself just playing in your free time?
I think that the best part of Temtem is the online aspect, because because not only like as a developer, because I see how the community comes together and do things that we didn't expect that everyone would do in the game. But as a player, it's nice to have the help of everyone when you first start, or maybe you do something and in the game and you see other people playing around. Yeah, it's. I think that's the coolest thing about Temtem, that you are playing the game, but you are not really playing alone. You have other people playing. Even though you don't want to interact with them, they are they are always going to be there.
I can agree
Watching.
with that though. Like people jump into my stream and like the first thing that they mention is just like how incredibly polite the community is. And just all the people like willing to run around. And it's like, oh, you're new to Temtem? Here's an Oshera. Like just right off the start. So
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
my next question, QAngel. Do you own any Lumas in game?
Sorry, I was looking at that you said that
What did
Temtem
Ya
is
say?
not a real MMO.
Y'all said Temtem's not a real
Yeah,
That's
MMO.
but Angel, Temtem is not a real MMO.
That's true.
Y'all joking about that. We've talked about that before in the past, but I just want to agree with you, QAngel. I feel the same way. Like, even though normally when I log on to Temtem, I'm not interacting with other players, and I could play other Monster Collection games. I like playing Temtem, just seeing the other players and knowing the other players are there and being in that online world. Even though I'm just like Luma
Yeah.
hunting most of the time.
100%.
Like that, you are Luma hunting and you see other people and you think to yourself, okay, I'm not the only crazy
Right.
person running around.
Especially
Yeah.
with everything going on this year with COVID and quarantine, like if I was playing like a single player game, let's just say like, well, I won't talk around. Let's say if I was playing Pokemon and just like running around in grass trying to find a shiny, it would feel lonely just doing that. But I'm at home, I'm under quarantine, I'm doing that with a bunch of other people online. It doesn't feel lonely. It feels like I'm in a
It would feel
community.
like Vonlin's real life.
Yeah, exactly. I'm trying to. That's the whole point.
Play games to escape.
Temtem's a very good escape. That's exactly my point. It's a very nice escape with other people in that sense.
Yeah, I think it's super cool. Like it adds a lot of life to the game. Like even if you're not really interacting with most of the people you see because you just don't know them, like it's really cool.
Yeah, about the question of the Luma, yes, I have one.
Oh, what Luma do you
but-
have?
It's legit. I was hunting for Oklura.
Oh,
That's nice.
was-
I did not get one that week.
I was very lucky because I found one after 2 hours and a half
what?
farming. Yeah, I was watching Dark in the other monitor, and I was Luma hunting in the main one. And then I tried to get Zephyrath in the 4 week.
Yeah.
4 week, and I didn't find one. I was farming for 3 days,
Oh no.
like 2-3 hours each day, but I didn't find one.
So
I
even
think I need to report a bug. My
Yeah.
account's 8 weeks without a Luma.
even people, even devs and workers at Crema get stunked on Lumas and get frustrated not getting
Well,
Lumas.
I
They're
don't-
just like us.
I don't think it's the devs. I think it's TemTalk. Like QAngel, you're on here. Like nobody on TemTalk can have a Luma Zephyroth. Like Vonlin, didn't you run from one?
Yeah, I did
Gaijin
run
ran
from one.
from one. I've never gotten one. So yeah, just as long as if you ever touch this show, you're not allowed to have a Luma Zephyroth. Like
We've cursed
that is our
you.
curse.
I stopped hunting after 3 days because I get a little bit frustrated, and then I said, okay, I'm not going to
Now,
do other things in life.
if you asked Ya to give you a Luma Zephyra, would he do it, and could you get him to give you one?
Probably he won't get me one.
All right.
I mean,
No Christmas
I
bonuses?
think that QAngel needs every single Luma so that he can quality assurance them.
Yeah.
Make sure that they
Make
look
sure.
right, they function right.
Yeah, you even made that argument?
The thing is that I have an account, an alternative account, and that's where I hunted for the Klura.
Okay.
Oh.
I think that nobody in the community knows my alternative account.
That's what you think.
This is when you're incognito. So
Yeah,
he could be when you're next time you're hunting in Sci Park, everyone. It could be QAngel right next to you. You don't even know it.
All right, community, time to go hunting.
So speaking of Yaw, Yaw, and Suki, I believe, are like the most active devs from Crema as far as like interacting with the community. I would like to ask, in your opinion, who do you think is better at PvP or competitive in Temtem? You, Yaw, or Suki? Like, don't hold back just because Suki and Yaw are watching. Be honest. Be brutally honest.
okay. I know that Suki not for sure, but I think that Yo will win me because he will put like a full team of 100 level Temtem. So yeah, and yeah, it's true. He has like 7.2k TMR.
Yes.
God, strong. Okay. So if you all three of you were using the same team, who do you think would
Yeah.
win?
Probably me.
Okay. I can get behind that.
Shots
I wanna,
fired.
Yeah, I want to someday like just log online and see you in a match and see if I can spectate it. So if I ever get the opportunity,
Well,
I
we're
will
gonna have to have a match now. Apparently,
Yeah.
we're gonna have to have a Crema tournament.
Yeah.
I will have to train.
No, Kennedy will do it. He can train in 8 hours.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
You can TV train 8 Temtem or 8 Temtem in 4 hours.
Oh yeah, 4 hours. That's
Yeah.
right.
I'd like to comment on that while we're on stream. There is no reason to ever TV train again. Buy fruits. I'm TV training now, and it just doesn't make sense with the fruit reduction. Like,
Well, the
go
new
buy
prices.
fruits,
That's
everybody.
right. That's right.
Yeah.
In the housing patch. Yeah. A quick note. There was a patch this week. There's the new content, the housing. That's all very exciting. But to be
We should
honest,
cover that Monday.
having QAngel be here is more exciting. So we're gonna cover in more our normal detail all of that stuff in the next episode. Just if anyone's wondering. But there is so much going on. It's a very exciting week in Temtem right now. Kenny, did you want to ask one more of your questions? You want to drop down to? Should we go down to some listener questions?
I'll ask one more question.
Okay.
Let's see. Well, you already answered this one. What does a typical day of work feel like for you at Crema?
Yeah, more or less.
Yeah, so let's drop down to this one. If you could design one entire Temtem from scratch without anyone saying no or stopping you, what would it look like? Or what would it do?
That's a good question.
Yeah, I know for sure that it will be like a tank, or yeah, probably a tank, because when I play like every RPG or something like that, I always play tank or healer. So yeah, I will go for a tank, and I think it will be very weird looking. Yeah,
Weird
very
looking?
very weird looking. Yeah, like not a normal Temtem, like almost disgusting.
Almost disgusting.
Which types would you pick? Which types would it have?
Digital, but because it's like the new thing.
Yeah.
The
I can get
I don't
behind
know.
a digital Tim. I can't wait till we get those in game.
digital
All right.
toxic could be nice.
Oh,
Yeah,
digital
yeah.
toxic. That would be
I
super cool.
The toxic theme like fits that disgusting idea I have in mind. So yeah.
Yeah. When you said disgusting, I was thinking toxic for sure. Yeah. All right. Well, let's jump down to our first section of pre-submitted listener questions. And I'm going to ask a couple of these, but Kennedy, if you guys could help me out, if you see any good questions out of chat, stop me in between one of these, and you can throw one of those in as well for QAngel. But But I'll go down to our submitted questions that we collected in the last 2 weeks. Slaydo, a good friend of the show, wrote in several questions. He wrote in a bunch of questions. Most people wrote in 1 or 2 questions. Slay wrote in several, Slay. So, Slay, a few of your questions QAngel didn't know the answer to. So we're going to focus on the ones that he can talk about. Slay asked, how many Mythicals are going to be at launch, and will you guys be adding more as time goes on? So I don't know what you can and can't say about that, QAngel, but Slay wants to know about planned Mythicals and if there's anything you can say about future Mythicals.
Yeah, I know that looking at the roadmap, they are going to be like.
That's fun. You're just like us.
2,
I think the roadmap says 3, right?
Eh?
The roadmap says 3 mythical
What?
times, I think, right?
Yeah, there are going to be 3 Mythicals, and I don't know anything else.
I was gonna say the question is QAngel saying that because he knows, or is he had to double check what was published, or he knows something we don't know? That's the question. Everyone can speculate in chat. We won't bully him.
No, I forget about things usually.
Yeah, this is
You and me both.
This is again. I don't think this is something that you'll be able to comment on, but they wrote in. I know a lot of people want to know, so you can decline to answer. But Slay asked, is there any future content DLC as a focus right now, or is the focus completely just on finishing the current game, or is anyone working or thinking about what's going to come after full launch, or is it just get the game out?
We are focused on finishing the game, but I'm sure that some people in the team have ideas for if everything goes well, for what we could do after launch. But it's pure speculation.
Yeah.
We are focused on developing and finishing the game.
Speaking of speculation, I'm gonna this next we've talked all the time about if more types are added, what types we'd want to see, like Temtem types. So Slay wants to know, will any more Temtem types be added, like ice or dragon, etc.? And I'll make this question more fun, because if you're just gonna, you might just say that you don't know or there's no plans to. But just for you personally, if you could add another type of Temtem, what would it be? Just for as a fun answer. So I'll let you answer it seriously, and then in a more fun sense, what would you add if you could pick a type?
I will add Ghost.
Ghost. I like
Yes.
that. Nice.
Oh, I love you. I love you so much.
And I don't know. Can you comment anything about potential future types actually being added, or something you're not knowledgeable to?
I don't know. For what I know, there aren't going to be any new types. But
Sure, planned. Sure.
Who knows?
I saw a interesting question from
Go
chat. I don't know if this is in your wheelhouse, QAngel, but I said I'd ask it. So Tupup asks a question: when balancing existing Tims, do you try them out with the new changes, or is it all on paper?
We try the new. For example, with the protector change, we had to test that everything was working fine, and that it doesn't soft lock the game when, for example, if Kinu dies at the start of the turn, there were a lot of problems with that interaction. But if like a value is changed from 50 to 55, it's on paper. I talking from my perspective. I know for sure that the person in charge of the balance changes as like their formulas and those kind of things, and those changes are not done because they are going to be done and that's it. I know that there's some logic behind those changes.
Okay.
So, Slay, this is a great question from Slights talking about nuke Tems. Would you guys consider ever adding any Temtem to the game designed by the community? And he goes on, there's some really good ones. So like there's a lot of fan art from people have posted fan art of new Temtem. Do you think that the team would ever think about including one of those, or doing a contest, or crowdsourcing a new Temtem in the game after full launch, maybe?
For the moment, well, after launch, I don't know, but for the moment, no, because we had the breeder rewards in the on the Kickstarter,
Mm,
and those people pay a lot of money to
Right.
have their Temps in game. So it will be like kind of, I
it
don't know
would
exactly the
devalue
word.
that. No, you're saying yeah. So the answer is you guys already did that. You already let someone from the community design a Tem as part of
Yeah.
the Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah.
So what
Yeah.
you're saying, so what I'm hearing is you guys can kickstart whatever the next expansion or DLC or Temtem 2.0 is, and then they can design a Tem.
Yeah, so we as a community need to come together to donate money to Crema to add a new, ridiculously, absurdly disgusting looking Temtem.
That's toxic and digital. Toxic and digital.
And digital, so that QAngel can be happy.
There we go.
I'm gonna ask one last question from Slay, and then we'll kick back to Kennedy's questions, or maybe there's one more from chat we can ask. But Slay just wants to know. Finally, can I please have my damn crystal skates back? Question mark.
What
do you
just
guys?
got moved back another patch.
What do you guys say about the crystal
Congratulations.
skates, QAngel? The community's always raging about this crystal skates.
I like that the meme exists, and I don't want to be the one that is against the community, but I don't want to give the skates back. I want to, but I don't know. Maybe in the next island, maybe in the final island, maybe never.
The final, maybe never.
So you enjoy the meme too much. You enjoy the meme too much. Like if you gave the skates back, we wouldn't have any fun with the joke.
Oh god.
I've been live streaming Temtem this week, and a new player jumped into my chat and was just like, "I just finished the volcano, and these skates are so cool." And I was like, "Who's gonna tell him?
There's
Who's gonna tell him?"
There's a pretty good question from Tutpop again.
Yeah, go ahead.
Would you consider resetting the ladder and or adding some sort of preseason reward in order to incentivize people to play more PvP? Right now, queue times are at higher rating often reaches 10 plus minutes, only to get matched with several hundred TMR lower than yourself. It might not be something you can answer or is in your wheelhouse, but I don't know if that's something you guys have discussed.
I don't know if it's going to be like a restart of the TMR when we launch the second version of the ranked, but there are going to be rewards unlike tiers or maybe something like that. It's mentioned in the roadmap.
Yeah. That's
Okay.
That's why I know that those things.
I like how you look
right.
spook every time you say something like I think I'm allowed to share. So yeah, there's something on the roadmap about season rewards. So you're referring to the roadmap. There is plan for seasons, and there is plan. So the person asking that question, I don't know if they're aware of that, but there is planned seasons and rewards based on your season placing, I believe. I mean, I'm talking like I know right here. Someone from Crema can correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's what's been publicly announced. So. I guess to add to that question to make more. So as of now, the plan is still not to reset the ladder until full launch. Not that there's not going to be any seasons during early access. There's not going to be any resets as far as you know of.
No, maybe like I said, maybe when we launch the ranked version 2,
Sure.
maybe there's a.
Oh right.
I don't know.
Right.
I don't know.
That's right. Yeah, there's that ranked match version 2.0 on the ladder.
Okay.
That's right. All right, Kennedy, do you want to go through the rest of your questions here before you got to run?
Yeah. Actually, I'm going to combine my questions with questions submitted from the Patronizer because our questions kind of flow together. So, a double question for you, QAngel. How long have you worked at Crema, and what has been your highlight working at Crema? Like, what's been probably one of the greatest moments you can remember?
I started, I think it was March 18th of last year. Yeah.
Okay.
My highlight, I think it was the release of the first patch I worked on, because I think it was like the second alpha, the 0.2. I think it was like that. That was the first patch I worked on, and it has a new island. We introduced like trades, gears. What else? The trade and some more things. But it was my highlight because it was my first one.
Nice.
And it's special always.
All right. And so my next question then is from Patronizers question. Who is your favorite employee to work with at Crema?
Ooh.
I don't know if
Oh.
that's difficult.
Be
but
careful.
If you want to plead the fifth, which
Who signs your paycheck? Whoever signs your paycheck, just say their name.
Nah, it's nice to work with everyone in Crema. We have like a very social atmosphere, if you can say that. But I can't say for sure anyone because I have like I work only with the programmers and the design team. So yeah, those are my favorite people. I can say one person only because I can say that.
Good answer.
But yeah,
Safe answer.
programmers.
Y'all's spamming an emoji of holding up a knife as you answer this question in chat.
All right, I've got two more quick questions. Actually, I'll try and ask a question Suki asked in chat. QAngel, if you have a Tim as a pet, which one would you have?
Whoa. Well, I think Momo.
Momo?
Yeah.
Okay.
Momo.
A good answer. The pepperoni. Okay. I've got one last question that I'll ask, and this is the last of my questions. You didn't have to pick a single Crema employee. Who is your favorite TemTalk host? And for the purposes of this question, Vonlin and Gaijin are not acceptable. So
Perfect.
Lies.
Perfect.
Lies.
Good choice.
So having that in mind, that I can't pick Bowling and Gaijin, so I think it's Kennedy. No.
No, that's a
clip it, somebody.
QAngel, that's a trick question. You're on TemTalk right now, so you can just pick yourself as a fourth option.
True.
I don't have any. I think that the interaction you have between you three, it's very cool because you have like the very hype man. You have the very calm one, but that has like a very strong opinion of what he thinks, and then you
Vonlin.
have in the
Yeah,
Von-
right.
like yattling between those two.
We got some nice balance, some yin and yang. I wonder who the hype man is as he twirls around in his chair, bouncing up and down, asking questions.
Totally not Kennedy.
Yeah. Well, thank you, QAngel. That's really kind of you to say. It's so sweet to hear someone from Crema directly say that. So thank you so much. I appreciate hearing that.
How much did you pay him before the show?
Oh yeah. I'm trading him Lumas actually, since I'm Luma hunting for him.
Poor QAngel.
Kennedy, do you have to run on us now, or are you gonna hang out for a little bit longer?
I do have to go. Can I ask one last question from chat?
Yes.
Of course.
This is something QAngel, I don't think your team handles this, but it's still an interesting question. Not sure how much you know about it, but are there any Tims balance-wise that you or the team is currently unhappy with? Are there any Tims on the priority list for future balance changes or move pool expansions? And I'll extend that question, or anything that's like maybe a bug that's giving your team problems that you're just like, I guess, thinking about how to fix. I can ask that again if you need me to.
So, are there any Temtem
Yeah,
that are
about
really
balance
out of whack?
Oh yeah, that's a good way to say
About about balance, I don't really know because
Sure.
we are now in between patches. So the content update, the first content update just was released like last week.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
And I love
we are
this
like,
patch.
we are like seeing how everything is working. So we don't know exactly now how is everything. So we have to investigate things. And about bugs, I can talk about bugs. I have we have one bug right now that it's like messing with me much.
Ooh.
That some people for some reason are being able to enter the edit menu in other people's houses. They can't
What?
do anything. It's not safe on the server, but they are able to move things, and they think that they are going to edit another people's house.
Oh, interesting. And so you're trying to, and it's
Oh.
giving you trouble how to fix that, huh? Oh, interesting.
That must be leftover
Yeah,
code that Ya
So-
put in so we could screw with people's houses.
The final two things I'll say before I go. I was doing co-op with my partner the other day, and there's a clip I have to send to you, QAngel. Now that I know you watch clips, every time we co-op left the Temporium in Uharu, we crashed. Like, it was the weirdest thing. So I will send that to you. It's been so much fun talking to you and having you on. Vonlin, I have to head out and go meet up with
Okay.
my boss. How do you want me to do this? You
No,
want me to
you
disconnect
just
or just leave my
so yeah,
computer on?
we're gonna need to. We'll take a minute here for me to fix all the cameras, and Gaijin, if you could just maybe help ask some questions from chat to QAngel here, but you can just dip right out of Discord, Kennedy. Thanks for hanging out with us.
Thank you everybody for watching, and enjoy the rest of the episode. I'll probably jump back into chat later on my phone. Peace.
Bye.
So I'm gonna take a moment to fix the cams here. It's gonna be all messed up for a second. But QAngel, while I do that, the server time with SciPark changes. Can you talk about what was or what can you tell us about how everyone was losing their minds that SciPark kept resetting early? So did your team have anything to do with trying to fix that, or was that out of your wheelhouse here? And just bear with me here. I'm gonna be fixing cams for a little bit.
If I'm honest, some of the early resets I didn't even knew that happened. So I think that might answer your question. That I don't know much about the issue that was causing that incidents.
Okay.
Okay. Here's another question from chat. Shintagami says, as we've seen before, bugs can take a while to identify. How long do you prioritize with bugs if you're unable to find the problem right away? Do you end up moving on or coming back to address those problems later, depending on how the bug is categorized?
Yeah. So when I do my daily roundup in the forums, Reddit, and all those places, I take the links to the bug and I put it on a list. If something is like very important, I will tell a member of the team, the QA team, that they have to take a look at that issue as fast as they can, and probably it will take like a day at most. And if we don't find the issue, I will go to another member and then another member. And if if we can't reproduce the bug, it will go back in the list, and we will come back to it after we finish some task. We finish that list that we have with other priorities. But yeah, the bugs that doesn't disappear. If we didn't fix one bug, we have all that bugs in a list.
Okay, gotcha. So you go back and revisit just to, if you can't fix something right away, or it's not super important to handle right now. Okay.
For example, when we had the black screens with the hatching in the last patch, it was like priority number one. We found the issue fast, and we update the game as fast as we could. So that was like an example of those things. We saw in the Discord that people were having problems, and we fixed it quickly.
Okay, awesome.
Cool. All right.
There's one question from Ya. Angel, will SciPark reset at the proper time on Monday?
Well,
Y'all's messing with you, asking if SciPark's gonna get fixed.
Yeah. Yeah. I think Ya's just trolling.
So I got a serious question for you here. As I'm settled back in here. Thanks for bearing with me, everyone. So I said elephant in the room. People always compare Temtem to Pokemon, so I couldn't have you on without talking about it a little bit. What would you say to the type of video game fans, players out there who have not tried Temtem yet and are kind of skeptical of Temtem, and they make the argument or they claim that Temtem is just a rip-off of Pokemon? What would you try to say to someone like that to maybe convince them otherwise?
I won't mention the Pokemon aspect of the game. I just said if you want to be sure that your opinion is right, check the game, and then you'll see for yourself that maybe you like it or maybe not. But I don't think that if you are whatever series fan you are, I don't think that should matter to if you like. I don't think that if you like, for example, Pokemon, or maybe you like Dark Souls, or maybe you like Digimon, or whatever you like, it shouldn't matter to whatever games you are going to play next.
Yeah.
So that would be my answer.
Oh,
That's a good question.
that's a good answer. Yeah.
I personally think that too many people spend too much time comparing other games to other games just because they have similar aspects. I mean, there's so many games that have very different, I mean, very much of the same aspects, but they handle different things differently, and they're both or they're all really great games. Like it shouldn't matter. I think so many people just spend so much time getting involved in like fanboying over something so much that they let it affect their ability to want to try other stuff.
Experience new things.
Yeah, you really kind of just I think you really just screw yourself in that situation, because you could be missing out on something really great because you're too invested in something else to even pick up a controller and play a game.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that totally.
I mean, I've said it constantly. If you like Pokemon, chances are you probably like Temtem. You don't have to like just one of the two games. You'd probably, if you like one of them, you probably would like the other game, and you could probably enjoy both games.
You're not going to hurt a video game's feeling.
Right. All right. So, less serious question, QAngel. Suki made a bunch of tweets this week sharing houses of different people at Crema's houses.
Oh boy.
And we got to look at your house. So I want to know, is this you just trying to push the limits and test some bugs, or is this really your interior design here? I'm pulling it up on stream so people can see the photo. Your house, for those that are listening to audio only after the fact, it's a house completely jammed packed with lamps and TVs and stools and couches, and there's no room to walk around. So what's going on here with your house?
Nah, I just wanted to put as much furniture as I could because I'm not used to having a lot of things. I just have my bed here,
Yeah.
a wardrobe, and my table.
So you're
So I thought it would be nice to have things.
you're living vicariously through. It's Temtem's an escape, just like we talked about. You're escaping from your minimum living in real life to have as much stuff as possible in Temtem.
I mean,
Yeah.
very, very clearly, because that peepee's way too big.
Yeah, yeah. That's a great transition. Can you tell? We all saw the chalkboard artwork of the new office, and someone wrote, "QAngel has a small peepee." So, anything you want to comment about that joke or that chalkboard?
That was Suki who wrote that.
I love you, Suki.
Calling her out.
I really don't remember when the small PP meme started. But yeah, I even use it outside work.
Fantastic.
So
Let's see. Do you want me to ask
yeah,
a
if
listener
you
question?
got one, go ahead.
Well, from the
Oh yeah, sure,
the
yeah.
list.
Let's pull another one. Go ahead.
All right. So here's a question from Muzz. Hi, QAngel. I wanted to ask about the possibility of changing pronouns and body type in the settings. It is something that has been suggested in the forums, but to my knowledge, hasn't ever been addressed anywhere by a developer. For people who are transgender or gender fluid, or find they are non-binary later in life, etc., it can be very upsetting not being able to change this. What are your thoughts on this as a feature?
I don't know if it's going to be something like that, but I'm sure there will be something like that because I think the people working on Temtem has been very clear about being inclusive and about that topic. So I don't think it will be something that it's off the table. Maybe in the future, I don't know exactly when, but I could see it being in the game. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Ya actually just confirmed there will be a way to change it in Sipanku.
Oh wow. In the next
Thank you,
island.
Ya.
Wow. Well, that's
That's
really
awesome.
cool. That's really cool to hear. Yeah, I get though. You talked about the team making sure they want Temtem to be inclusive. I gotta say that was one of those things early on that I saw in Temtem where when you picking the pronouns of creating your character and all of that I really resonated with that and vibed with I'm like I can appreciate the culture of this company, this game, and it was one of the many things that I wanted to start doing TemTalk and making a podcast about. I was like I can get behind supporting a company that's progressive and forward thinking. So that's awesome to hear. Muzz, just so y'all know, Muzz, she asked me multiple times if we were going to ask this question. It was very important to her. She really wanted to hear it. So I just wanted to share it. She kept checking with me. She's like, did you get the question? You got the question, right? Are you going to be able to ask the question? I'm like, yeah, we will. So I'm sure she'll be very happy to hear that answer from y'all.
Yeah.
So another non-serious question from myself. Please settle the argument for us from the last episode. Does Mushuk, the Temtem Mushuk, are those bunny ears hanging off of its head, or are those like mushroom fungi? What we need to know.
For me, I don't think that they are bunny ears.
Oh
It's
wow.
like something hanging from the shell.
Okay, you said for
Yeah.
you. What about Ya? Can you answer in chat? Ya, will you tell us the truth? Are they bunny ears or not? I'm gonna disqualify that answer. That's so it's
Disqualify? They're not bunny ears. I told you already. They're not bunny ears. They're very obviously not. What bunny has giant, dangly, disgusting orbs hanging off their head?
Dead Fox, I'm sorry to yeah, Muzz just said eat that Dead Fox. Dead Fox is the one
Yeah.
that pushed that idea forward original.
Yeah, eat that, dead fox.
I'm just watching. You'll have to ask. Ya says you'll have to ask the artist that made them. All right, okay. Next guest of Temtem confirmed. So some of the artists that designed Temtem. Let's get them on here. We can settle this. So I say this is unresolved. The artist that designed Mushuk is the only one that can answer this question ultimately.
No, they're not. They're not.
So no, a more serious question now. Has the so Temtem I think was I think yeah, you guys have commented. I think it's fair to say that the Temtem was probably more successful or sold more copies more quickly than maybe Crema was expecting. That it kind of blew up very quickly. So did the success of Temtem surprise you or others at Crema? And with that, what have you enjoyed so much about it getting so much attention? Like, what's been one of the positives about that? On the other side, what's been one of the growing pains that maybe you aren't so fond of? What's been difficult because of it getting such traction so quickly and gaining so many players so quickly?
Okay, so yeah, we did like a raffle or something like that before launching the early access, and I think I said that we will have like a peak of 6,000 players at most,
Yeah.
and I think at like 40,000.
Yeah.
More or less, the numbers were like, I think the highest was like 20K or something like that. I don't remember exactly, but yeah, we didn't expect as much people as we had, and that came with a lot of problems because we have like everything ready for a certain amount of people on the server,
Right.
and the server was like, I can't handle this anymore. That was the only thing. I think I must say that it was the only bad thing about launch, that it was like we had like a plan, and it surpassed us by a lot.
Yeah.
These things, I said bad, but at the same time it's good, because we have a lot of people that enter that day and continue playing until this day. So it's like a bad, a good thing at the same time. And the good thing is that we have a lot of players and we have feedback. We can test more things because more people are playing the game. So yeah, it was bad at the beginning, but at the same time it's good, and it continues to be good for us.
I didn't pre-prepare this, but I'm kind of curious. With you might not know because I don't know if you're not necessarily probably hiring people, but do you have any idea of you talked about how big the team was. Can you talk at all about how much more you guys would like to expand Crema and how many more people you'd like to hire? Are you guys happy where you're at? Or do you have a lot of people you want to add? Do you know?
I don't know. For example, in the QA team, I'm happy with the people that we are now. 6 is a good number.
Sure.
So and the way we work, I think 6 for QA it's like a nice number.
Sure.
But for the other teams, I don't really know.
Sure. What's looking beyond Temtem? What's one of your favorite video games to play in your free time? So if you're not working, you're not playing Temtem. Do you have a go-to video game or a favorite or just maybe recently what you've been playing? And any other hobbies just outside of video game that you want to talk about or passionate about? Anything besides gaming? What does QAngel do when he's not playing video games?
Okay, so for games, I don't usually play a game itself. I play whatever I want. For example, last game I played was Pikuniku, I think it's called. I don't know if I pronounce it very in Spanish, but it's Pikuniku. And then I played the Garden Between, but normally I don't play like go to game.
Yeah.
Like I used to during the university. I played like 5 to maybe 20 hours a day of League of Legends,
Oh,
but it
okay.
was like 5 years ago.
So you're a former League of Legends player. That's fun. I was the same way when I was at university. I played a lot of League of Legends too.
In fact, I was watching the Worlds of League of Legends a few minutes ago.
Oh, sure. The turn. Okay, cool. Awesome.
Yeah.
Do you play any more recently, or do you not play anymore?
I play like once a year when I go to visit my friends in Valencia. They continue playing, so when I go there, when we have like a little bit of spare time, we play some games. They lend me a laptop and I play with them.
Oh, fun. Oh, that's awesome.
Oh, that's super cool.
Gaijin, do you have any good questions from chat? Otherwise, do you want to pull up another listener question for us?
Let's see. Here's here's one in chat. I've also experienced this, but co-op bugs have become a meme at this point.
That's a
But
good question.
why is it co-op that's so prone to bugs and crashes? Because I myself have actually experienced this playing co-op with myself, trying to get my alt account through the story and up to where it is currently. It's it for me it feels like extremely common. Like I felt like I was getting, like, after the Kisiwa update, I was getting probably like 15 crashes within like a 2-hour period.
Yeah. At the beginning, I could say that co-op was tested by only one person. So at the beginning, in like December of last year, I will understand that people were having bugs in co-op because obviously I only have 2 hands and I can do whatever I can do with only 2 hands. But co-op now it's more complex than before. You have like 2 players. One of them has like these quests active, these Temtems, and the other one have the whatever quest they have active, their Temtems, and each person acting at the same time, like syncing those status and doing things simultaneously. Obviously, is going to be more common to find issues in this kind of scenarios because you have 2 people doing different things at the same time.
Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, trying to get the game to recognize all this information all at once and allowing 2 people to play together at the same time. Well,
each action that one does, it's going to affect the other in some way. So yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
I see a fun question from chat. They want to know about do you watch football? And if so, they want to ask about Barcelona or Messi, which I don't know if I'm saying that right. But are you a football fan? I know it's a lot more popular in Europe than it is here in the U.S.
I don't watch any football.
Okay. Muzz asked a question that's kind of similar to one that I had as well. Was how long have you wanted to work on video games? I mean, like, did you go to school for that? And how long did you know specifically quality assurance was the field that you wanted to go into, or just how did you get into that? Maybe answer that however you'd like. But
Yeah. So yeah, when I was a teenager, I wanted to work on video games, or maybe in animation, 3D animation. So I went to study something related to cinema because I wanted to focus on the animation part. But during the degree, I started to lose interest for cinema because the degree was really bad, really bad. So when I finished the university, I started a master uh, in development and design of video games. And after that, the master, I went to uh, work in a mobile company as a QA, and ever since then, I've been working as a QA in different companies. And for the moment, I'm okay working like a QA, but who knows? Maybe in 1 or 2 years, I like to try a different thing, and I change companies or whatever. I don't know.
sure.
I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. So who
Oh,
knows?
I feel that on a personal level. I literally don't know where I'm going or what I want to do in life, so I have no plans. What's a 5-year plan? Who can do that?
No, it's impossible. It's impossible.
Let me.
I have one question for you. I notice you have a lot of tattoos. Do you have any recommendations for a tattoo artist? I may have gotten myself into a predicament and have to get a tattoo of Ya's face now. So
uh, I will recommend to look through every piece of art a tattoo artist does before going to that tattoo artist, and you have to be very sure of where you are going to get at least at the first one. The rest is the rest of the tattoos are you going to get. I have one tattoo on my leg that I did one night in a friend's house. So yeah.
Ooh, spontaneous. Do you want to show off
yeah.
your arm tattoo? You don't have to. You want to show your tattoo off on the camera so people can see it on your arm there?
Couple of these,
Oh, that's
and
cool.
in the leg I have like a phrase
Oh,
of a song.
I'm so jealous. I want a lot of tattoos, to be honest, but I don't have any because I'm super picky about the tattoo artist, and just currently where I live, there's not really a bunch of tattoo artists that either do work that I'm interested in, like style wise or whatnot. But yeah, I think that's super cool, and apparently, a tattoo of Ya's face might be my first.
On the chest.
Oh yes, right here, right on my heart, right on my heart, yeah.
Um, I got a fun, easy question for you. What is your favorite Temtem and what's your least favorite Temtem?
My favorite one is Oklura. That's why I
Oh,
hunted
sure.
for the Luma version, because I like the Luma version better than the normal one.
And are you gonna
So
keep it
if
in a
I would,
Clara or evolve it to mix? Is a Clara your favorite or mix?
I'm keeping the Klura.
Okay, interesting, cool.
And the least favorite one, yeah, I don't know.
Don't you dare say Tataru.
You can
No,
say.
no. I don't really know.
Oh, fair enough. But a Claire is your
Yeah, I don't
favorite.
really. I can think of a favorite, but not of the of my least favorite one. Yeah, no.
Typhoon. You can say it. It's Typhoon.
No,
That's a good
I
answer.
like type of the memes.
You're a man of appreciating memes. That it seems.
I
Crystal
think all
Skates,
of
Typhoon.
Crema is.
Yeah. You already talked about kind of getting into this line of work and how long you've been at Crema, but one of the questions I had was there a job outside of this industry that you really loved or hated? Is there any other previous jobs you've had before this that you really just were just a terrible job that you want to complain about, or anything that you really like doing besides this?
I was very lucky, and my first job was like I said before, the QA in the mobile company, mobile games company. So
Sure.
my first job was like as a QA, and then another one came, and another one, and now I'm here
Okay.
working in Crema.
Um, Guys, whenever you're ready with a listener question, I'll ask one more and then maybe throw it to you if you want to
Yeah.
be ready. Can you tell us in a general sense, no specific spoilers of future content or anything, but when the game fully launches, for most players, after they beat the story, just your personal opinion, what type of content or activity do you think will hold players' attention the most, or what do you think people will spend the most time doing? Do you think like there's a certain thing that will really stand out, whether it's Luma hunting, PvP, breeding, PvE, doing quests, making money, whatever it might be? I don't know. What do you think? Just at full launch, what do you envision people spending a lot of time doing?
I don't know what exactly people will do, but in my case, if I were to play the game in a daily basis, I will be all day in the battle tower kind of thing we are
Yeah.
going to add. That was mentioned. I think it's mentioned in the roadmap.
And
But yeah,
I was gonna say, yeah, I think it is very
yeah.
briefly mentioned, and you're probably gonna tell me no, you can't really say anything, but I almost don't even want to ask you, but is there anything that you can talk about that whatsoever? Probably not, but just nothing. You're
I
shaking your head at me. Okay.
All
I
right.
don't know.
Okay.
Since Vonlin's been talking an awful lot, I've got three. We've got three. We've got one listener question here and two from chat. So the listener question that we got is from HKen. Hello, TemTalk. HKen here. Huge fan of the show, and here are my questions for QAngel. We'll do one for right now. What is the original vision for Temtem, and how close is the current product to that vision? Although I'm not sure if that's something you really have an answer to or not, but
I wasn't in the team at the beginning of the project, but I know that the project was meant to be like smaller before the Kickstarter and before all the early access thing. And I know that every day is getting bigger and bigger because I know that when someone tell an idea that they have, probably if it's good and it fits the game, it's going to be in the game at some point.
that's super awesome. That's really cool to hear. um, Here's a question from Temporium GG. Uh, was an interest as a gamer in Temtem part of the reason you applied for a job at Crema?
Mm, no, to be sure.
No.
When I applied to Crema, I was on holiday because, well, on holiday, I didn't have a job because I finished my contract in Electronic Arts the week before, and I was on a friend's in a friend's place in Valencia, staying for a week, and then I saw the offer. I sent them my info and everything that was requested, and I think it was next week after that I did the interview, and maybe the same week or the next I received the answer that if I wanted to work in Crema.
Do we?
And
Can you tell us who interviewed you? So should we know who it is? Who did?
I was just gonna
Yeah.
ask follow question. What was the interview process like, and how much of a troll was Ya during it?
I was interviewed by Yo, by Young Hacker, and by Kiki. The three at the same time.
Oh wow!
A panel interview.
One more here. We've got one from Silber. What's your favorite or least favorite Temtem meme?
I think my favorite is the skates, because we can take advantage of it to add things to the game. So it's not like a meme only for the community and for us to laugh and enjoy it, but we can't use it to add some stuff in the game. For example, Victor, I know that mentioned the skates in the Kisiwa patch with some NPCs, and that's fun. At least for us.
No, it's definitely fun for at least for me. I mean, I know there's a lot of people that are pretty miffed about it, but we'll get them back. It's an unfinished game, so I'm not too stressed about it myself. So I think it's great.
I agree with you, QAngel. I don't want the community getting mad at me, but I agree with you. It's become too funny now that you mention it. I hope it's a while before we get the skates, just so the joke can keep going on and doesn't end.
Yeah. Yeah, and as y'all say in the chat, there's a lot of people triggered by the dialogue mentioning the skates.
I feel like if we don't get the skates back in the next island, you guys are definitely gonna put more dialogue about the skates just to mess with players and trigger them.
Oh man, Suki being savage in chat.
Yeah.
Jobless hungover QAngel. Let me just apply to this. A week later, he was interviewed.
Yeah, she's trolling you.
It's true. It was like that.
So I get we're getting kind of to the end of my questions. We still got we got a couple more submitted listener questions and a lot more from chat. But why don't we take a moment to share the very cool thing that you are revealing, or you're so what's the right word I'm trying? I'm so happy you guys are fortunate enough that you were going to reveal something new to the community live right with us. So
what?
I asked if there was any special reveals or leaks you could be right now, and it's do you want to explain what it is before I pull it up at all, or do you just want me to pull it up and show it off right away?
I think I'll talk about a bit, and then we'll show it.
Okay, go ahead. Right.
We are going to add the info about Side Park and Free Temp in game, so you don't have to go to Twitter or Discord to look what's on the Side Park, or how many releases are you going to have to do in order to get the review. So yeah, now you can show it.
Is it gonna be right at that bulletin board at the front desk where it looks like it should be, to the right of the desk when you go to pay? Do you know? Or is it just be like a menu?
Park,
yeah, is it
in the Side Park? It's the blackboard that's to the board.
Yeah.
And in Free Temp, I think it's going to be like another board.
Okay.
Some places. I don't know exactly.
Without further ado, I'll bring this up and share it with everyone for the big reveal here. So, this is the new Free Temp menu that's going to be in game. So that's really cool. Yeah, I love seeing this.
That is actually but it says 600 cosmetics. Does that mean cosmetics is coming back, or is this just?
Yeah. People always talk about Ya's actually. Yeah, I'm curious what you say in chat while you're here, Ya. The cosmetics. How you took away cosmetics because people were complaining about how many releases it was. So I don't know.
Can we just get cosmetics back, Ya? Because I'm sick and tired of not getting cosmetics. I don't care how many releases I have to do. I'll do 20,000, Ya. I'll do it.
those that if you're listening to audio only, what we have pulled up here, it's an in-game menu that shows the free Tem releases, and it shows like the date range and how many releases on the left and how many rewards on the right. So it's kind of similar to what you guys post on Twitter and in Discord, but we're able to see it in game, which is really cool. I've been waiting this for a while. And then I'll switch to the other one here. So this is the actual SciPark menu or graphic or board that will appear in game. So we're gonna be able to see this in game coming soon. I don't. Are you allowed to say when exactly we might be seeing this, or just soon? Next update, maybe. I'm not sure. I don't know what you're.
In the next content update.
That's
That
awesome.
is going
That's
to be-
fantastic.
See, I'm looking at this and I can't tell. I can't tell if you guys how the graphics you've chosen for this. It has a Pigapec at 67%, a Loali at 23%, Min SV is 45 and 35, Egg Move 3%. I can't tell if this is all serious or this is you guys just trying to meme us and get a reaction and trigger with you with
That freaking
what this
Pigapec picture, though. Look at the Pigapec picture.
It's a placeholder.
Yeah, placeholder. Sure, that makes sense. Well, it's very cool.
I have to ask, to the chat. Yeah, can I talk about the other stuff you mentioned, or with this is enough? Let's see.
We'll get Yas permission live. We'll see what he says. While we wait for that to come in, his reply. Let's Kaji, you want to keep jumping through the listener questions that were pre-submitted?
Yeah, says you can.
Ooh, okay. Do you want to go ahead, or you want to wait till a little bit later in the episode? We got some time left. We can come back to you. Want to talk now, or you want to save it for in a couple more minutes?
If you want to save it, we can save it.
Yeah, let's come back. Let's spread it out. Let's keep people tantalized. Let's go through at least the rest of the listener questions that were pre-submitted and come back to it.
Okay. Here's one. Although you've said this person has no credibility anymore, but here's one from Wanker, Vonlin. Oh, or Ganshinbu. But they know that you're the only one that reads the emails generally. I'm looking forward to the Q&A on Saturday, although I don't know if I can watch it live. Ask QAngel this for me, please. When in the down below is Kinu SciPark Week?
I don't know exactly, but I know that every Temtem in the Tempedia, except one or two exceptions, should be sometime in the SciPark. So keep waiting.
Keep waiting. There's your answer.
Maybe, and you might not know the answer to this, and maybe Ya can share or not in chat. I think we know confirmed publicly that SciPark is programmed several weeks in advance, like the schedule. Like you guys don't pick each week. I think that's been confirmed. How far out do you guys plan SciPark? Are you able to say, or maybe you can't? But I'm just curious. Like, do you know 6 weeks from now what it's going to be, or 1 month from now?
I don't know exactly, but it depends. Maybe some days I go to see the commits we did that day, and I see that SciPark for the next 3 weeks or 4 weeks are already done, or maybe only 1 week. It depends.
Sure.
It depends.
Okay. Cool.
There's nothing set on a stone.
And before we move on, Suki says, no, don't wait for Kinu. Apparently, Ya has stated that there will be no more 5% in Park. I don't know if that's like actual fact or troll. But Suki's saying, don't wait for Kinu, so I'm assuming that might be fact.
Ooh.
So, Wanker, go to the Great Banyan, because apparently you might never see it. Which, honestly, if there's no more 5% in SciPark, thank you.
This is where we disagree.
5%ers, shut it. 5% are supposed to be rare. Like I think personally that putting 5% in SciPark ruins them. It ruins them. Especially when they're in SciPark at 12 times the normal odds. Like it's not a 5%. It's not work. I've said it multiple times already. Nobody believes me anymore.
And that's in reply to the no more 5%. Is he saying?
Yeah.
Interesting. Well, I'm gonna go on record and say that's Gaijin's opinion. and he's wrong, keep putting 5% in, please. I want to catch more of them there.
AKA, I'm Vonlin. I'm lazy, and I don't like to put in work. I'm basically Kennedy when it comes to hunting 5%.
Even if it's just like one a year, I'll be happy. Like 1 week a
No.
year, we can get a 5% in Sidebark for like a special occasion, like for full release or something.
No.
But all right, we have some questions. Our last pre-submitted questions come from Talakai, another good friend of the show. Talakai, I'll do his first question. If you want to do his second question, guys, and
Sure.
Talakai's first question is he wants to know about the this is a pretty specific question, so I don't know if you're gonna have to say this, but I'm if people wrote it, I'm gonna ask it. He says, is the fair player in the Crema guild an alt? For example, is it Yaws or no developer or some developers tool account? So he's creeping on the Crema clan or club, excuse me, in game. And he wants to know if the player account's a Crema dev or alt or something, which I know what you can or can't reveal about that, but that was his first question.
I know whose account is that one, and I think it's their main. So
Okay.
yeah, it's not an alternative
It's
account.
not an alt. Okay. Oh, good to know.
Follow-up question. How do I get into the Crema Club? All right. Where do I send applications? Oh, actually, it's on the website. Okay. I think the yaw face tattoo would probably get me hired anyway, so I'll get to work on that.
And I got the image pulled up for this next question, guys, and if you're ready to go along with
Yeah.
it.
So
Wait.
Go ahead.
Talakai is in the chat,
Yeah.
and they are saying that don't ask my second question.
Don't
It's
ask
not a
your
QA
second
question. Okay. Yeah, no worries. No worries. They were just asking about the vibrant dyes. So one of the players has some really vibrant dyes, and they just wanted to know how many there might be, but you might not know the answer to that anyway. So it's okay.
I'll show it off because it's a cool character. So this is from in game.
Yeah, I love the colors on this, honestly.
So this is how do we say
Devonio?
Devonio?
I'm pretty sure it's Devonio.
Yeah, they have these really great bright orange dyes on their costume to go with some orange hair. Really cool looking character.
Yeah, I love that orange. I'm assuming they're trying to match with their Barnshee, which is really cool because I had Barnshee was my first Luma, and I got it in 8 Barnshee encounters.
All I know is I'm gonna just start searching through tamers to see a tamer whose only Luma is an Eclaira, and then confirm that's QAngel's alt.
Suki says Devonio is king of flexing.
All right, that's the end of our pre-submitted listener questions. So we got some. Yeah,
it says Tempedia says 2 Luma entries when there's actually 5 on his team. QAngel, we found a bug.
That's of the hacks.
So that's the end of our pre-submitted questions, but we got some time to still take some more from chat. But before we do that, so Ya opened it up, said you could talk about something else. You could tell us about something upcoming. So I'm gonna open up to you whatever you have, QAngel. I don't know what's coming, so this is a surprise to me as well. So
yeah, so we are going to add a folder in the backpack, so you can store there your gear for the breeding. So you have like a folder only for the breeding gear.
Oh, yeah. I saw y'all talking about this in Discord, so I'm pulling up on my Temtem game in the bottom right of screen here. So you're gonna separate out the it's currently under, is it under medicines or where are these right now?
Yeah, it's under medicine currently.
Yeah. So the breeder items will be, you're gonna add another menu item, you're saying, right here in game. Will be just breeding items.
Sick.
For the gears.
For the gears.
Yeah, like the DNA strands.
Yeah, sorry, it's not under medicine. It's under gear right now. I misspoke.
Right. Yep, that's right. It is gear. My bad.
Yeah, so like right now I got it pulled up. You can see all the items that we're holding, and then here's the DNA strands. So breeding and DNA strands will be their own folder. That's awesome.
That is super cool.
That's so cool. Oh, awesome.
Well, thank you for sharing that, guys.
We got a lot of good UI updates coming. So I was curious, and y'all will, okay, Chris, the menu for SciPark, is that going to be like something that in this menu here that we can find? Or is it going to be some, or will you only be able to check it from this board? Like, right, like, do you have to, will you come up to this board and that's where you'll pull that up? Or can you, like, look at it in-game anywhere? Because the screenshots, it showed, like, the background of a different town. Maybe you don't know, I don't know, but I'm curious.
I think
Yeah, it
it's
says only on the board.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Sorry, QAngel. I was just reading that as you were talking. Sorry.
Yeah, I figured every time I come in SciPark, I come up to this board. I'm like, I should be able to see what's in the park here. So I'm excited to be able to read that on there. That's awesome. Very cool. So yeah, with the time we got left, let's just take questions from chat or QAngel. Before we do, is there anything that we didn't ask or talk about that you want to talk about or mention or just any open floor to you for anything else?
I think we touched like everything I know about the game and the project. So yeah, for me, there's not. Yeah, I think we're good. If I'm going to look at chat and if I find something that I can answer.
Yeah.
I will.
Oh, and a comment from Muzz and some others. If you wrote a question that we didn't ask, it's it's just because it's something that QAngel just doesn't probably know the answer to, considering what he does. So we didn't not pick your question to ask. It was just something that there wouldn't be an answer to. For instance, one of the good things that I will mention on this. QAngel, I think it's okay to say this. You put this in the notes. Someone asked. By the way, real quick, if this question's a Kiswa spoiler. So if for some reason you haven't played Kiswa, mute the podcast and skip forward like 60 seconds or mute stream for like 60 seconds, okay? I don't think I have to give spoiler alerts anymore. It's been long enough. But if you haven't, 60 seconds of spoiler territory Kiswa story, okay? All right.
60 seconds turns into 10 minutes.
No. So they said Kiswa spoilers. Mac's apparent, in parentheses, demise rivaled the shock value I had during a certain death in the Final Fantasy series. What made you decide to take a dark turn with the story in the Bel Salto? And you just replied saying that is something only Victor the writer knows. So even you're not even completely sure where the storyline's going. That's a closely guarded secret by the writers. So I just wanted to let everyone know. I think that was a good question, but one that we didn't have an answer to. But I wanted to at least reference it for you.
Yeah,
that was from
I have to agree
Ken
with
wrote
that.
in.
That definitely threw me. I was not expecting it at all. But thank you, General X, for doing what all of us wanted.
There are a lot of things that I don't know, and people think that I know everything that is going to be in the game, and I don't really know. Sometimes I go to where we post like the new tasks, and then I saw the new task and I said, oh, this is going to be in the game. Okay, perfect. This is going to be nice. People are going to like this, or I don't know anything that is going to be after the content update, the second content update.
Sure. So you're testing. You're
but
yeah. A few people are saying from chat they're not saying questions, but they're just showing some appreciation. So Tibuki says not a question, but huge and thanks and love for you, QAngel, coming on today. I agree with that. Thank you so much for coming on. Kartik says not a question, but love to Crema and QAngel. So,
did you just say Tabuki?
How do you Tiki Book? Tiki Book, sorry.
Oh my god, it's Tiki Book. Holy, oh god. I actually have a question for you that I've thought of. What is the most interesting or like confusing bug that you've actually had someone submit or that you've actually found? Like what is the craziest bug that you've actually found or has someone found?
I remember one that took a long time, and it was something related to the poison status. For some reason, the Temtem were fainting via the poison status, but they weren't really faint because the server was receiving another number that was like so small that we didn't find exactly the value that was uh, we didn't find that difference between the client and the server. And after, I don't know, 1 month or so, or maybe more, I don't remember exactly what happened, but we find that number, and it was like the biggest relief I had during my working in Crema. And the weirdest thing that has been reported, there's something going on with people changing genders and pronouns, and we don't really know if that's true or people just forgot about what pronouns they had. So we are like
Oh.
investigating if people are telling the truth or if they are trying to change their pronoun because they failed or they choose the wrong one at the beginning.
Ah, interesting.
So,
They might have forgotten about it and
so
then just came back and were like, wait a minute.
yeah, they're trying to report it as a bug to get you
At
to
the same
fix
time,
it.
the bug is real, but it's so weird, and we don't really understand for now that we have to keep investigating it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Um, One more question, actually. So the other day, me and a couple of people in my Discord were looking to set up houses near each other, and we had gotten to a point where we had someone inside watching the houses being built so that we could get on our own fresh block, and we ended up seeing two people made houses, but then they weren't like when we made our houses, they actually weren't like, or actually no. So it went from Z to A, and then their houses weren't actually where they were. They moved to A instead of Z, even though their houses were built in Z. Is that maybe just a server delay that showed them in Z, or did they somehow get their houses switched to A?
Oh, maybe I have to take a look at it on
This is
Monday.
live bug reporting.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
because
Okay,
because
we would now like
we
to
had
sit here live and watch you investigate and fix this bug. So we'll kick back.
so we had Shadows, who's a pretty prominent Luma hunter in the community. He was watching the houses, and two people like so they had picked the first two slots in Z, like the last two slots in Z, and then when A rolled over, their houses were now in A. Like a couple minutes later, their houses were in A, and other people were in Z. Like they had demolished their houses, but then re-got them after the cycle reset or something.
I don't know. I will have to take a look at it because
Well, this is an interesting question from Tiki Book. Do you know what happens to a player's house if they reset their character? Does the house stay at that same place, or do they have to redo the mission on their new character? And does if that slot opens up, can someone else move into that housing slot?
okay. So there's going to be an empty slot in that place, and it's not going to be filled with the next person that finishes the quest. It's going to be just an empty slot in the middle of the city, and they will have to redo
Sure.
the
Right.
to have one new house.
Y'all is at Vonlet. Tiki Bookie, please. Buki.
Tabuki.
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 Yeah, he wants to go back to Tabuki. I saw someone asked, how do you pronounce Nagais, or how to pronounce Nagais?
Ah, God, not Naga Issei. Oh.
Well, if I read it in Spanish, it's Nagaise.
Nagais? Okay.
If I
Ah,
read Nagaise,
Naga
but
Issei.
I don't know how will I, well, in English how will I say?
Like the wiki says,
Nah, guys. Someone says nah,
it's
guys.
a combination of the words naga and wise, which
Yeah.
you'd think it's nagais. Like, but other people have been pronouncing it naga ise, and I'm just every time it tilts me.
You know
It tilts me.
what we really
Just like when
need.
people say pig epic. How do you say is all right, can you confirm? Is it pig epic or is it pig epic?
These are the hard hitting questions. Which one? Sorry.
Pig epic.
Oh fuck! Ban! Get him out of here.
You know, someone said this in chat. We need a video, a pronunciation guide of just all of the Temtem names. We need a 5-minute video where it's just Yaw reading each Temtem's name, however Yaw pronounces it, so we have a reference point.
Yeah.
Visual pronunciation for any Temtem.
You said there's not. Yeah, right. I've heard that. You guys have said before. There's no official pronunciation. There's no correct way to say it. So you're saying we're not going to get a video telling us the right way. We're going to argue about this till the end of time.
We said the names very different from people that speak in English.
Sure.
For example, I have one example related to Pokemon. I think there's a Pokemon named Kyogre or something like that.
Oh. Okay. I'm not up to date enough with Pokemon, but I'll take your word for it.
I know the first 150.
Okay, so it's like Kyogre or something like that, and we say Kyogre, and it doesn't make sense if you put the same word, but you say the two different in English and Spanish, it doesn't seem like the same word.
Sure. Interesting. Okay. Well, listen here. I'm gonna give everyone in chat like the 5-minute warning here, and we'll start wrapping down.
There was actually one question I just found from I think it's Blade at or Blad Eat. I'm sorry, I don't know which one it is, but I picked they them at the start of the game, but all the dialogue uses he him. Is this a intended or just a bug?
Can you repeat, please?
So they picked they them as their pronoun when creating their character, but all of the dialogue in the game uses the pronouns for he him.
Yeah, that's what he was just talking about that earlier. That's what you're not sure if it's a bug or not, if they misremembered.
I'm sorry.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe just it's the bug I was talking before.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Someone asked, when will you stream the game with Suki? And Suki replied in chat when Sipunku comes out. So is that a real thing? Are you and Suki going to plan on streaming any Temtem in the future? I think that'd be pretty fun. I think people would enjoy that.
I think. No, go ahead. Sorry.
No. Just that. I think we are going to play it when Sipunku is out.
That would be really cool. I would honestly love to see you guys, like, even just once a month, take like an hour or something to stream on Twitch and just interact with the community and watch you guys play Temtem and see what you guys normally do while you're playing. Which I mean, I'm assuming it's just what everybody else does, but it's like real Crema people doing Temtem.
And if you guys want to hybridize that with anyone from the community, I'm officially putting my hat out there. I'll happily do a stream.
No, they don't need a
Suki.
Boomer.
No, they don't need a boomer. I'll happily stream with Suki or QAngel or Ya. Just they let me know. I'll be all over it. Someone asked Crema live stream speedrun Temtem when.
I could do that.
Yes. Do it.
I could do that, but I prefer people doing it. I like to watch speedruns. So I've watched like some speedruns of Temtem, but I think I would like to watch some more because there are some strategies that I understand and that I agree with, but I would like to people to break the game a little bit more.
Oh, so you want to see people speedrun just so you can see how it's broken, so that you can make it so they can't speedrun as well.
If it's something like very, very specific, I don't think that it's necessary to fix it. most games know that their game is broken in some way, and speedrunners take advantage of it, but they leave that bug in the game.
Ah, okay, yeah. Oh, kind of like with Portal. They've people found some crazy ways that the developers never intended them to use the portals to beat the game, and
Yeah.
they just said, if people are smart enough to figure this out, then let them have it.
Someone said, I would love to see a fake run of Crema beating Max on the first battle on stream. And people are asking about Sipunku timelines and if this year winter or whatever. If you want to change my answer, you can. But the official roadmap says winter is when Sipunku will come. I don't think we're gonna get more information out of that, but people keep asking. So the roadmap, for those that don't know, it says this winter. I'm pretty sure. I hope I'm getting that fact correctly.
Sipunku is in fall on the roadmap.
Is it fall? Yeah. Is it fall or winter? Now I better go. I better go look it up. We're doing a professional show roadmap. Let me go.
But I don't. I know, just like I said before, I know things about second content update, but I don't know. I know some things, but I know too little about Sipunku.
Yeah, it's fall on the roadmap. People are saying, yeah, I confirm it is fall on the roadmap. So hopefully.
I have one question. It's not about bugs or anything like that, but so you like watching speed runs. I've done a Nuzlocke challenge with only Tacharoos, which was actually fairly easy because there's not too many mentals in the game. But what do you think the odds are of me being able to beat the game currently as it is with in a Nuzlocke using only one SV Pookies?
I think it's doable. Yeah.
Doable.
I think if you use items, you could beat the game.
All right. QAngel says it's possible. Time to talk to Munch and Plate and see if I can get the rest of my magic wraps. I currently have two magic wraps as Munch and Play has dubbed them. So I'm gonna do a 1SV Pookie Nuzlocke challenge.
Someone asked a good theoretical question. I know that your answer is you're not creating the new content, but just they wanted to know, their idea was a Temtem mall type of area where there could be a bunch of NPC shops or even player shops. So they just wanted to know what you would think of that as an idea or as a feature. Obviously, it's not planned in the roadmap anywhere, which we know, but of player stores to sell items, or just a mall where we could go shopping in game. What's your personal opinion on that?
I think it could fit. Like you have like one floor full with furniture, the next one full with cosmetics.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah. All right, it's confirmed here. We're getting a mall. QAngel just said it. If it doesn't happen, rage on Twitter at Suki. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Don't harass Suki.
No, that would be cool. Let's take one last question from chat, and we'll wrap it up and let QAngel get on with the rest of his evening. So next good question we see. That was a good question. I don't think you know the answer, but I'll ask it from J Dragon. How will Nuzlocke work? Will it be a separate option when we start off the game? So again, I don't think you know a lot about it, but just Nuzlocke's on the roadmap. Is there? They asked it will be a separate mode. That's confirmed already, I believe. I believe you guys have already stated that Nuzlocke is separate. You can't trade, at the very least, you can't trade with other players when you start. It's based on the character, I think. I'm not sure what's been shared, not shared, but about Nuzlocke.
One for your main game and one for the Nuzlocke run. So it will be like different worlds.
Okay.
Cool. Okay. That's actually really cool. So kind of like they have it set up in other games that have like a hardcore mode or something. They can't play with regular players. Is it still going to be like online? Do you know? Like you'll see other people that are also doing Nuzlocke, but you can't really trade or anything like that with them or whatever.
I think so.
Okay, that's really cool.
But
you still get to struggle together.
But yeah, o sea, I just speak in Spanish. Yeah, probably you could see other people, but as I said before many times, I don't really know because I don't really know.
Yeah, you do QA.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
so here, we're gonna move towards wrapping up. We're gonna do our little plugs in a second, QAngel. But before we do that, we always end or after we do that, we always end the show on something called Turn 30, where we talk about something outside of Temtem that we like. I forgot, I was gonna tell you in advance to think of something, so I'm giving you a forewarning now. As our guest, we'll let you do the Turn 30. So just anything, a book, a movie, a hobby, an interest, artwork, anything you want to talk about. We're gonna close out the show. Something Turn 30 outside of the world of Temtem. Before we get to that, so we'll give you a minute to think here. We'll do our normal plugs for the show. Before I forget, Temporium wanted me to let you guys know that Roadhouse Rumble 2 is coming soon here on Temporium GG. So the Temporium Roadhouse Rumble is the big tournament that previously happened. There is going to be a second one coming, so stay tuned for more details. With that said, TemTalk you can find on YouTube, YouTube/C/TemTalk, or just Google Temtem TemTalk. You can listen anywhere on a mobile device through any podcast app. And finally, you can find myself at twitch.tv/Vonlin. Kenny's not here to plug himself, but he does D&D live streaming on YouTube. You can find him on Twitch as well, streaming Temtem. Am I forgetting any of Kenny's plugs, Gaijin, and then before your own?
Yeah, go for it. It's twitch.tv/PresBKennedy, or YouTube or Twitter is also PresBKennedy. He's been doing a lot of Twitch recently, which is really cool. So make sure you guys go drop him a follow. He usually streams in the morning for me. It's like 8. It feels like it's 8 a.m. Eastern time, I think. Maybe not, but he's been streaming fairly early. So yeah, everybody go give Kennedy a follow, because new to Twitch, but that man has so much knowledge of PvP, and I think I don't know if he wants me to share, but he was saying it last night on stream. He's been looking into doing a tournament run by him, I think, or I don't know where he plans on doing it, but for beginners, so people that are uncomfortable competing in the current competitions due to the level of players, which is totally understandable. So I think that's really cool. So make sure everybody go gives Kennedy a follow. Show him that Temtem community love.
Yeah. Gaijin, what about yourself? Go ahead, sir.
You all can find me at It's Gaijin Boo, Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and yeah, just It's Gaijin Boo pretty much everywhere. So you guys want to come hang out, play some Temtem, that's where you guys can find me 5 days a week.
Yeah, really, if you are watching live, I got to take advantage of it. Please do. We do Temp Talk every week at Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central Time, right here on Temporium GG. But please follow us individually on Twitch as well, like at twitch.tv/PresbyKennedy/It's Gaijinbu. Go check it out. And if you're watching live, there's a link in the channel right now to go sub on YouTube. So every week, more Temtem. QAngel, what about you? You got any social media you want to plug or anything? Your Twitter or your Discord? Not your Discord, but I don't know. Anything you want to plug while you're here?
Yeah, my band. I play in a band. I will put it. Can I put links in the chat?
It's gonna get.
We can make sure it'll probably get bopped, but we can make sure that we can get it posted.
Oh yeah, I always. Yeah, QAngel, can you send me, if you send it to me in Discord, QAngel, I'll pull it up on stream. How about that? Send it to me in a Discord message, okay, QAngel? And okay. Real quick, there's links as well for anyone in chat. If you scroll down in TemTalk, there's a link right here. You can find, if you scroll down and click TemTalk podcast right here, there's links to all this good social media. So go check it out. But yeah, let me just pull up. Go ahead and talk about your band. I'll pull it up on stream while you talk, QAngel.
Yeah. So I started playing in a band like 2-3 months ago. I think 2. I'm not like an official member of the band, so you won't see me in any photos or in any video. But yeah, That is my band.
This is awesome.
And I play the bass.
That's sweet.
Oh damn, that's sick. I'm gonna have to check this out.
I'm gonna unmute.
What's the band name?
I'm very
Close to the sky.
I'm playing
ahead
some of the
and unmute
music
it.
quietly
Yeah,
in
we
the
play-
stream
Oh,
right now.
I can't hear it,
No,
unfortunately.
you won't be able
but-
to hear it, but it's playing in stream for those that are listening. QAngel, if you don't mind, I'll put the full audio clip of this at the end of the podcast and YouTube version. Okay.
Okay.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So. yeah, I
Wait, this
play
is
in a
actually
band.
banger.
I saw. Look, I have my bass.
Yeah, show it up. QAngel, if you QAngel just walked off screen, I think he's going to get his base.
Vonlin, send Glideheart the link so that Glideheart can post it in
I
chat.
will do that.
Oh shit!
This is what I play.
Damn, that is sick.
Yeah.
Holy crap!
To another city just to buy this thing.
Oh,
To buy this.
That's awesome.
oh, that is such a killer bass. God damn.
I'm telling you, QAngel, we can do a stream. You can play some guitar. We can play some Temtem or some
It's
bass.
the
I should say
bass.
some bass. Oh, and there's the kitty as well.
Oh, thank you. I was just going to ask you to bring your co-host on with you.
Oh,
This is
cute.
QAngel's cat, everybody.
What's their name?
It's Yorda.
You're nice.
It's like the character of the game Ico, the girl from the game Ico.
Oh, right on.
Oh yeah.
So yeah.
I'm sorry. Was that your turn 30 thing that you wanted to talk about, the band, or was that just you wanted to plug? Do you have something else for turn 30, or was that it, or was that your plug?
Yeah. I think that's it.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you so much. Listen, QAngel, sincerely, thank you so much for coming on. It's been amazing. I talked about it before. It's always been one of our dreams to sit down and talk with someone for Crema. So we really appreciate you coming on, hanging out. I would love to have you back, of course, sometime in the future after some time has passed, or if any of your fellow coworkers want to come on, we'd obviously be more than happy to do it. So
Suki, yeah.
you guys can see that we didn't bully him. We didn't press him for things that would break his NDA. We behaved ourselves. It's a safe show. So,
But yeah, seriously though, QAngel, it was super cool. It was really awesome to have you here. Thank you for taking the time. I know it's late for you. I mean, you probably stay up later than this, but anyway, it's still late for you, your time compared to here. But you know, thank all you guys for what you do. You guys do so much work, and I know you guys take a lot of crap. So you know, there's a lot of people here that love you, and we all appreciate what you do. You guys are amazing, and just thank you.
Someone asked if you would do an interview in Spanish. That's a good idea. Obviously, I couldn't help with that, but yeah, you guys could speak in your native language of Spanish. That might be fun too. So something to keep in mind for the future.
We could talk about it.
So we're gonna end the show officially, and we always do a couple minutes of post show. So we'll hang out on post show, but this will be the official end of the episode here. But just stay on. We're still gonna be online and live. Okay. So thank you everyone for watching the live show. We're gonna hang out for a few minutes post show, and then we'll go off and raid someone. So thank you everyone. Have a good one. All right, everyone. This is QAngel's band, their music video and song that he talked about. I'm putting this at the end of the episode here, the song and the YouTube clip of it. So enjoy.
State of mind, cutting through the shadows that have me confined. Escape the prison of floors, I am going inside.